Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. How are we doing? How are we doing? Welcome, welcome. We're back with some more Final Fantasy XIV today. We're gonna check out the Hatching Tide event that's going on right now. And then more Hildibrand. We'll be going into the Endwalker Hildibrand quests, which I'm sure are going to be bonkers. I haven't seen anything about them. But everything about Hildibrand is bonkers, so I'm looking forward to it. Good morning, Impale. Thank you for the early check-in. I saw that. How are we doing? Let's go ahead and log in. All right, you were here. Yes. Mogbinium's underway. Oh, apparently the Mogbinium's underway. That's also a thing. Thank you for the early ghosty as well, Impale. How are you doing? How are you? Yeah, I got a Mogpendium, which I'll probably not do much from. It's also live. Another reason to start playing again? Yep. It just keeps going and it don't stop coming and it don't stop coming and it don't stop coming and it don't stop coming. Like some kind of live service game. Yep, we got the Mogpendium. We have Hatching Tide going on. He's streaking. Streaking don't stop coming too. True. As long as you keep watching. If you don't, then the streaking does in fact stop coming. Thank you for the streak. There's 0 pence for you. So yeah, we're gonna be checking out the Hatching Tide stuff, and then we're diving in to more Hildibrand. Sorry, I don't know. We haven't played 14 in a few days, few streams. Sunday's stream got bodied by my internet. And of course, last Tuesday we were checking out Whispers in the Moss, which was very cool. Can recommend. I don't know where this event is. I didn't actually look. So let's check Glimpsa. And we'll get it started. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Well, it's kind of busy. This might be the space. Also, there's eggs. Seems to be a good sign. Ook. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Good evening for you. Good day. How are you doing? We're playing some 14 today. I have stuff to do. Let's see. I think that's for the Mogpendium. Yeah. Oh. Let's see if we can find the guy. Find some kind of quest NPC. Might be upstairs. It might be upstairs. Yeah. It's a 14-day, as per usual. Sundays and Tuesdays are our 14 days. When something doesn't come up, like my internet exploding, or other games happening. All right, let's see. I don't know where this quest is. Over here. Or giant eggs. Yeah, so this is sort of their spin on like an Easter event, right? Hatching died. Not exactly. Does not look like there's an NPC here, though. Is this guy? Ooh, good evening, friend. Might you be interested in learning about the Hatching Tide festivities? A fledgling festival, Hatching Tide is born of a prophetic dream visited upon a Gridanian maiden named Hildibrand. In her dream, the 12 Archons of old appeared, those heroes who saved the realm from the destruction of the sixth Umbral Calamity. Descending from the heavens atop beautifully decorated eggs, they said to Genie, "Arise, young dreamer, and make ready the vessels of our return." And so she did, painstakingly painting and gilding eggs to match those of her vision. Words of the prophecy spread, and Genie attracted helpers to assist her in her toils. After the calamity, the festival grew further as townsfolk and adventurers flocked to celebrate the Archons of yore, who many believe had some hand in delivering the realm once again. Now that you've learned about Hatching Tide, perhaps you would like to participate in it. Should you be so inclined, I invite you to visit Gridania. We look forward to seeing you there. It's in Gridania. I'm never sure. Some events are in Gridania, some of them are in Thanalan, some of them are in Limsa. This one appears to be in Gridania. Alright. I should have guessed. Probably up here. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. That's today. I don't know. I have not been sleeping well. I've been in bed for a reasonable amount of time. Like, plenty of time. But, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of tossing and turning lately. Whatever reason. Just can't, like, stay comfortable. Which is unfortunate. But what can you do? What can you do? So I hope everybody's doing well. Let's do this event. I always enjoy the 14 events. They're cute. Frankly, the Phasmophobia devs could learn a lesson from Squeenix on their events. I don't know who else has played Phasmophobia, but their events are great the first time you do them. But they have a tendency to reuse events, like for multiple years in a row, which is less fun for like the longer term players. But not here. They just be doing weird stuff every season. Granted, the 14 team is larger than the Phasmophobia team, to be fair. Alright. Pull the lever. Pull the lever. I just saw somebody named Sayuri in local chat. My persona enjoyers. You know. I don't know if it's the same Sayuri. I assume it's just also a name. Come one, come all, for the happy season of hatching tide is upon us once more. And what an excellent season it is. Yes, they made the pun, not me. Just to be clear. I would have made the pun. It's the spirit. Oh, lovely to see you again, Adamelon. You remember me, yeah? It's Julia Aliapo. Come with another vision to share. This year, I dream of marvelous eggs rising from curious font flora. As we speak, our dreamers are hiding eggs in the black shroud for participants to lift from the shrubbery, thereby reenacting my dream. Successful seekers, we've ordered with very stylish glasses. Although, no little time has passed since I've heard word from dear Nanata, who is organizing the operation. I can't help but worry something has gone awry. Well, I can go and find her myself, but alas, I have duties to attend to here. Hint, hint. Of course, Damelon. Perhaps you would be so kind as to seek out Nanata in my stead. You know me. Oh, this song. Thank you. Hope she has returned to Gudania safely. It would be worth checking the Aetheryte Plaza or venturing further afield. Me too should be wearing a pair of our thematic glasses. Hers, in the shape of a chicken. Wild. Alright. Alright. Let's go see if she's okay. Papaya. What else? What else is going on with y'all? What else is going on with me, even? The weather's being, like, better. Like, spring is starting to spring. Well, that's good. Went out and took a walk yesterday. I took a tiny, short walk today, but it's also it also, like, started raining. But I quickly hurried home rather than go for a full walk. But, it is starting to get more spring-like, which I'm a big fan of. I'm ready. Ready to be able to go outside consistently. Excuse me. Of course, spring is also, like, kind of the rainy season here, so that's less fun. But, you know, I'll take what I can get. My glasses? They're a prize for participating in this year's Hatching Tide festivities, but... Oh, marvelous! I chased a leafy beast and discovered a most fortuitous chicken. But for now, I must away. I look forward to these Hatching Tide festivities, these springtime delights. Okay, bye. Oh, hello, Damelon. A happy Hatching Tide to you. Can I be of service? You were supposed to report back? They sent you. I suppose I have been gone for a while, but I'm having trouble hiding our eggs in the arena. As I was working, these tall, thick grasses suddenly sprung forth. I had to trim them back, but not even my best garden scythe could make the smallest impression. Best, I managed to snip a couple of leaves. Now, I cannot help but worry that our arena is carpeted not by typical brambles, but a variety of leafkin. We can hardly send our egg hunters into a nest of monsters. Ugh, what to do? I mean, it would help? Godsend, truly. Let us start by gathering information about this peculiar plant. Though I know adventurers generally prefer to slay monsters first and ask questions later. I shall head for the Botanist Guild. In the meantime, you can ask around the Carline Canopy regarding the strange specimen. I'd greatly appreciate it. Here, take one of the leaves I managed to salvage. Let us reconvene at the Aetheryte Plaza once we've gathered what information we can. Noted. Noted. You can tell it's a little rainy and cloudy outside because my camera's better. The darker it is outside, the better my camera works, since my outside is behind me. And the quickest way to make a webcam be kind of booty cheeks is to light it badly. And my lighting isn't amazing anyway. Where was I going? Carline Canopy. Oh right, that's the bar. That's the tavern. Yeah, hopefully Twitch doesn't give me any issues today. If you do end up, if you're watching and you see anything weird go on, please let me know. Because yesterday, for reasons, it like just straight up kicked me off Twitch and didn't tell me. Like a midstream. Weird. So, let me know if anything weird happens. Hey there, handsome. Looking to hire? I'm good with a lance. Oh my. That's not even vague. What? Hi. He's good with a lance. You know what this thing is? Oh, a leaf. That's not what I was going for. Oh, I recognize this. It's a whole swarm of this leafkin was crowding a little corner of the Black Shroud just the other day. Never seen anything quite like it, so I tried giving it a poke, but you believe it, the leaves and flowers just kept growing back, easy as you please. Eventually I just gave up. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's feeling impotent. Dude is laying on the innuendo, huh? Oh my. He could get it. He could. Sorry. What? Sorry, who was that? Hey, welcome to the Carline Canopy. Is there any way I might be of service? You need only ask. You know what this thing is? Well, I'm well versed. Leaves steeped in myriad teas. My knowledge can offer no insight on this particular specimen. My apologies. However, we did have a guest come in search of a strange leafkin just moments ago. And that was a gentleman wearing shaded spectacles. He introduced himself as an alchemist, specializing in the study of wild beasts. While he did seem somewhat eccentric, perhaps an expert of his standing might offer the assistance you require. I believe he said he was bound for Old Gridani. Should you desire to seek him out? Aha, I would desire to seek him out. That's who I need to talk to. We met him already. Sprint. Excuse me, pardon me. Got places to be. Ow. Oh. That was very rude. I apologize. Yawned right into the mic. Maybe it was called out, right? Maybe y'all couldn't hear me at all. Danya had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. I don't think you made it to Old Gridania, though. Looks like you might still be over there. Do I still need to talk to somebody in the canopy? Whoops. I am so smart. I am so smart. SM Bert. Still needs speed. Hey, this guy? Greetings, adventurer. Have you come seeking a contract? Nope. Oh, that's someone femininely presenting. This leaf, I dare say it comes from some variety of fly trap. We often receive petitions regarding rosalettes, but I've never seen a leafkin in this particular shade of green. Curious. Just as typical plant life flourishes during this season, so too did leafkin. I would not be surprised if some aberrant strain has developed in the process. If you require assistance in culling it, do not hesitate to ask. Now I need to go to Nanota. Oh, I didn't even need to go to Overdani at all. Fair enough. Hurry. Not sleeping well. You're back! Perfect timing! According to the folks at Botanist Guild, leaf belongs to a type of highly durable leafkin. So durable, in fact, the pieces you and I possess are apparently still very much alive. What did you discover? That's unsettling. So others have been similarly unsuccessful in cutting them back? In which case, developing an alternative strategy does seem in order. The alchemist you mentioned seems like a good lead. What do you think? Nella's in shaded spectacles? Perhaps that was the fellow with whom I was speaking earlier. He did say something about chasing a leafy beast after all. Let's head over and see if we can't find him. Noted. Where's this leading? Where is this going? I feel like I'm gonna have to do some pruning. I think I saw a screenshot to that effect on like Blue Sky or something. I think I'm gonna have to become a weed whacker, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna have to become a weed whacker. I don't know why y'all thought that was weird. Fortuitous chickens found me again, along with a gentleman of adventure. Yep, that's me. Although really, I'm on vacation. Yes, that sounds like me. Ravenous for leafkin, large and small, the wayfaring alchemist, harboring, at your service. Hildibrand. So, I just read the description. Perplexingly persistent plant life populating the park, prepared for participants. I could use that as a vocal warm-up. What? What? Why, this is the very leaf I've been pursuing for moons upon moons. Moons upon moons upon moons upon moons. That is to say, if you're seeking assistance in combating this menace, I would be so happy to help. You would be much obliged. As an alchemist, do you say that some sort of concoction might be effective against this creature? Doubt you not the efficacy of my concoctions, little chicken. With this aberrant leaf in his possession, the Hildibrand the Great can finally realize his purpose with traveling to the 12th Wood, and finally seize his quarry by the stalk, and wrestle it into submission. You okay? But my enthusiasm overcomes me. You see, as I was poring over leafkin of this very persuasion, my eyeballs were subjected to quite a piece of mischief. Since then, they burn like all 7 hells if exposed to sunlight, wind, or just anything. So long as I wear these tinted lenses, I can remain upright and free of blinding pain and nausea for several bills at a time. Quite long enough to brew a tincture that shall spare you both a similar fate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have ingredients to procure from the shaded bower. Okay, bye. Yes, wear safety goggles when you're working with, concoctions, chat. Any alchemists in chat, before you work on your concoctions, put on goggles. You don't want to screw with your eyes. Hey, at least allow me to foot the bill. Sure, the fact that I spent a lot of time working with like chlorine and stuff without goggles was not incredibly smart. Chlorine I worked with was like in like solid form, so little like capsules basically. It was a little less dangerous, but still not great. I would like pull my my mask up over, or I'd pull my shirt up over my mouth when I went in there though, like over my mouth and nose, you know. Gotta keep myself safer. Wave. Hello, KJ. How you doing? How are you doing? We're doing some 14 today. I'm doing the Hatching Tide event right now, and then I'm getting onto the we're getting into the Hildibrand, the Endwalker Hildibrand quests here in a little bit. I had never done them, so we were playing a catch up. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I was gonna do some more group stuff on Sunday, but my internet died. Like my stream internet died. So kind of messed that up. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. We'll have to try to do some extra next Sunday or something. Yeah, hope you're doing well, KJ. Just the bare sight of that leaf has imbued me with untold mercantile stamina. Like lightning flashed my gill, and like a mountain grew my spoils. Okay, weird. Weird? Now then, I must gather my thoughts. The leafkin in question is a troublesome sprain of flytrap, possessing a vitality so great that it sprouts forth with abundance. The very spot has been shorn. Therefore, by thwarting its regenerative properties, we shall cut this tear down to size, not only in the metaphorical sense, but the literal. Wow. Here too are living pieces of its tender floral flesh, combined with my chosen ingredients. They should yield a distillation that will forestall the creature's recovery. The effects will be temporary, but a skilled hand needs only a few moments, no? Soak your scythe in Hildibrand's bane, and mow with all of your might. I see. I gotta do some mowing, huh? Wonderful news! Can you imagine if the creatures were only susceptible to fire? And they got through a field of ash is hardly what Geely dreamed of. I hope not. That's a whole different kind of prophecy. Fire! Oh, heavens forfend, my dear chicken. The art of snipping in itself has transcended communication, or so they say. And to inhale the breath of the forest, and to welcome within one's heart the bounties of the land, to occasionally have one eye squirted with burning venom. These are the experiences we live for. I'm trying to avoid that last one, personally. Not to mention all the free samples of plant life be gained along the way. Were I not liable to keel over at any moment, I would like nothing better than to slice the shrubbery by your side. However, I have every confidence that a brave adventurer such as yourself will succeed where I have failed. I'm actually wearing glasses already. Now let us commence. Make me the happiest man in the realm and bestow upon me your leaves. Okay. Dude is very enthusiastic. Just as oil dissolves oil, the extracts from this leaf shall counteract their own regenerative properties. I don't know if that's good science. Whereby this should be brought thusly, and that should be... Yes! Yes. I accidentally clicked. Sick. The fanfare. Love it. Yeah, dude should probably be seeing a doctor, TBH. I offer up my masterpiece, my soul, my well-lubricated garden scythe. In your hands may it hack away our hardships. And now, someone take me to the hospital. I have to. Exterminate. You know. Let's not get too carried away, shall we? Think of the children. I had to. Come on. I had to do the Doctor Who reference. Yeah, the garden scythe is equipped to cut back the fly traps. We are one step closer to reclaiming our arena. Yeah, Doctor Who. Yeah, exactly. Luke. Yeah. You nailed it. It's assured your efforts will be rewarded with exclusive Hatching Tide gifts. But, do take care to avoid any squirting venom. That's where I'm wearing sunglasses. Hildibrand the Uprights would like to join the sortie to observe the effects of his alchemical miracle. Insofar as they could be observed with scalded eyeballs. Take this man to a doctor. At least get him a white mage. Right? Like, we have the technology. Of course. Let us watch Dameron's work. Yeah, oh, sorry. Of course, let us watch Dameron's work from a safe distance. It's a constant thing in like fantasy games where healing magic exists, where people get like injured. You're like, I could fix that. I could just job swap to one of my healers and just blast you, and you'd be fine, right? There's always like a gameplay versus like story. I'm trying to think of the word. From not really a conflict, but like a desync, I guess. It's always interesting. Like I could fix that, like literally in a few seconds. If I couldn't, there's definitely somebody who could. No, this man's walking around with scalded eyeballs from getting shot with venom for no reason. The arena is a fair walk from here, so the dreamers arranged for a chocobo carriage. Come and find me when you're ready to depart. Oh yeah, chocobo carriage. Let's go. Alright, where are we going? Speak with Nananta. Yeah, I think we're gonna be mowing some grass. I don't think I've done this before either. I don't know if this is brand new, or like if this mechanic that we're about to do is brand new, or if it's like been reused at some point. But we'll see. Need to clear our arena of troublesome sprigs and stalks. Just say the word, and an egg usher shall whisk us away. Seasonal event instance unlocked. You can now participate in spring cleaning. Wield a special garden scythe to slay troublesome traps and retrieve archon eggs. All classes and jobs are eligible to participate in spring cleaning. Speak with the egg ushers in Minketo's amphitheater or the Acorn Orchard. Travel to the arena. I see. Is this something I can do solo? Let's see. When you're ready, I shall escort you to the egg arena. If I may provide any further assistance, do not hesitate to let me know. In order to continue this quest, you must clear 4 stages. Oh, it's not spring cleaning. I was misreading that. It's sprig cleaning. Of course it is. You may learn more about sprig cleaning by speaking with the egg usher. Participate! We'll see if this is something I can actually do solo. Alright. Interesting. There they are. Use the garden scythe to do the thing. I assume this is like timed. Got him. Nice. What is 3? Oh, what resplendent beauty do I spy upon the maids? Bring me the flesh. Bring it to me. Oops. That was not the right direction. I need to actually hurry. There is a time limit. Nice. Springinator call, or the Springinator calls. It's raining. I have faith in you. Nice. Nailed it. New record. Special brilliant egg. That's cute. That's cute. So no, it doesn't. It does not in fact need multiplayer. Cute. Magnificent work. Thanks to you, our Hatching Tide participants may search for eggs in safety and comfort. Indeed. Indeed, my alchemical solution exceeded even my own expectations. You have delivered me a vision, a dream. Not to mention sprigs of a most troublesome trap. How I shall probe, how I shall stare, all without risk to what remains of my vision. Oh! Sir, please wear goggles. Well, I am glad he seemed pleased with the results. Go ahead and tell Geely that our egg hunt may proceed as scheduled. Or. Wrecking my inventory. No, just the one thing. We'll see. I assume there's a shop, so we may go in and blast it again. See what we need. See what we need. Our arena was filled with leafkin. No wonder preparations were taking longer than expected. I'm glad to hear the issue has been resolved and that everyone emerged unscathed. Not only did the Damon clean up those sprigs and sprouts, but he also managed to retrieve the eggs that were lost to foliage. We should be ready to hide the eggs anew and begin the festivities. I would like to thank that alchemist who was so crucial to the operation. You think Master Hildibrand is still in Gridania? Probably. Eureka! Hi. Man himself. You sound, cheerful? Question mark? Ooh, bad chicken. Cheerful does not describe the half of my mood. He's got new glasses. For Hildibrand the Peerless has made a discovery for the ages. Uh-huh. From the leafkin samples you provided me, I was able to concoct a regenerative ointment for my poor blistered eyeballs. I am cured. Good for him. I feel like, you should probably, test that first. Or it'll be like, ooh, I made it. Immediately apply to own face. That's how you got in this position to start with. My habit of sticking my face too close to my subject of study has at long last served me well. For where the once venom splashed, so too and did an antidote. Oh, yeah. It really was an accident. Can you imagine how else we might manipulate the properties of these fantastic creatures? We could develop cures upon cures, devise agents upon agents. We are witness to a golden age of alchemy, rising resplendent from fields of fell leafkin. Goodness, this must be what the eggs in my dream represented. The bright hopes of the future that this discovery portends. This does seem like a fairly important discovery to be in a weird side event. Unless it's cursed. So it was you, my oval comrades, who spoke of destiny. Had I but listened. Alas, Hildibrand has been a fool. But no longer. I shall hereby heed the wisdom of egg and continue my work with full faculties. All thanks to you. You seem to possess a great appreciation for the spirit of Hatchingtide. Also a pair of promotional glasses. Oh, these? These I wear not for protection against the elements, but as a reminder of the catalyst that changed my fate forevermore. Mm-hmm. Oh. He's a character. Does me proud to see how Hatchingtide brings joy to one and all. And our celebrations have but scarcely begun. Amelon, please accept these glasses as a token of our appreciation. You've more than earned them. Nice. We'll wear those for a little bit. Which I think are these. Our dreamers will continue patrols of the arena, but you may well need some further trimming. Your assistance would be much appreciated and rewarded with special Hatchingtide gifts. Da 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 da. Happy Hatchingtide, everybody. Sweet. Happy Hatchingtide. You can participate in spring cleaning as many times as you wish by speaking with the egg ushers in Minketo's amphitheater or the acorn orchard. Race against the clock as you slash your way through endless stages of shrubbery. Aim for the highest score possible. You may earn special brilliant eggs by completing spring cleaning. Special brilliant eggs may be traded to the Dreamer in Minketo's amphitheater for gear and items. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get new fancy glasses. Alright, we'll swap out our glasses for now. Blue. Amazing. I love them. Holy crap, it is raining really hard. Give me 1 second. I think I need to actually close my window. Actually, no, we'll wait. We'll wait. We're about to run the break anyway. Let's do this. Let's participate again. Good. Oh, nice. It is really windy out there. This is more entertaining than it should be, probably. This is probably more entertaining than it should be. Ringinator calls. big of an AoE as I was hoping. Do. Then in all those points, chat. So many points. Nice. 30 seconds remaining. Nice. Go. Good. Only good. I feel like that was pretty great. PPH. Let's see. Are you a vendor? Not the vendor. Oh, probably the egg advocate, huh? Papaya. I see. Got all sorts of stuff. Oh boy. There's a lot of things to get here. Awesome. All right, it is time for our first break, though, chat. Pretty good. We're getting these. But yes, it's time for our first break. Of course, as always, we take a break every hour. Yo, it's Honeybee Lovely and Yana. Let's go. They're all here. Trope, Naomi. Let's go. That's cool. A little teaser. But yes, I recommend y'all take a break along with me. I take a break once an hour on stream so that the ads can run without y'all missing anything. Also, hi. But also because taking frequent breaks or regular breaks while on stream is good for you. So I'm gonna be doing some wall push-ups myself, keep my body moving, trying to get in better shape. I recommend that y'all take care of yourself too. So take this chance to grab yourself some water or a snack or some extra coffee, and we'll be back here in about 3 minutes to we'll probably go ahead and dive into the Endwalker Hildibrand stuff. I'll probably farm more of this offline. But for now, stay tuned. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. And BRB. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing? Yeah, the rain just suddenly hit and like right before the break and just shot water into my apartment through my open window. Not awesome. Not great. I got it dried up. I got it dried up. Additional face wear. I'll probably farm this a little bit offline so I can get the rest of these. But for now, I think I'm good with these. Yes, we got painted eggies. Also fabulous. We've got these. Incredible. Love them. And we have these guys. Oh my god. Yep. Nope. Those are the ones. Those are the ones. Amazing. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to farm the rest of the gear after the. Hey, bud. Fancy seeing you here, Mr. Hildibrand. Or Daddy Hildibrand. All right. Let's go. Speaking of Hildibrand, it's time, chat, to continue. There's a lot of people here. The chicken of resolve, the rabbit of reason. Wonder who those could be. Wonder who they could be. That player's name is copyright infringement. You know what? Perfect. No notes. Alright. Endwalker. Endwalker. So maybe old Charlian? Or to start the next part of Hildibrand? I don't know. I might need to look it up. I can't find him. I assume Nashu's around here somewhere. Should be the right zone though. Yeah, we've completed the Stormblood. We've completed the Stormblood Hildibrand quests, but there was no Shadowbringers. There's no Shadowbringers Hildibrand. At least from what I could tell from the wiki. So we went straight to Endwalker. Now I need to find them. Probably Nashu. There's Jamming Way. How you doing? That's for something entirely different. Shallow Moor, that was for something else. Yeah, I could spend all day looking for this. Hold on. Let me wiki it. Let me wiki that for you, etc., etc. Hildibrand. Hildibrand. Somehow further Hildibrand adventures is what I'm looking for. It starts in patch 6.15. Newfound Adventure. Was Newfound Adventure. With the Sleeping Gentleman. Okay. Is the Excitable Youth. Is in Rods' Haunt. Oh, okay. Makes sense. That makes sense. I forgot about Rods' Haunt. Alright. Rods' Haunt. I could have spent all day looking here and would never have seen it. Also, I should pop over to the guild house just to make sure we're paid up. Paid up. Make sure I access it regularly to keep the lights on. put more posters up. Hold on. We'll do that too while we're here. Joel, housing. That's a tabletop. This is well mounted, though. That's actually very cute. It is not centered though, and that's going to tilt some people. I'm people. I'm people. Cute. That's a tabletop thing, so we'll deal with that one later. I guess it doesn't have to be on a table, huh? Actually, I can put it downstairs. I can put it down here. Beautiful. Okay. Just getting stuff out of my inventory, basically. Cool. So decorated. Alright. Hildibrand. Where are you? We need to teleport to... not Tyrol. Hildibrand. Radzidhan. Excitable youth. That's who we're looking for. Let's do this thing. Of course, this is spoilers for the Hildibrand Endwalker quests. So if you don't want to know, or you want to do it yourself, you should look away. The pungent Lalafell can scarcely conceal his excitement. Hey, I know you. We met in Kugane. You're that stone-cold killer I asked to look after the love of my life. What's that look for? Surely you haven't forgotten me. You and me, we had a moment. Connection. Not like what I've got for her, of course. That would be weird. But I know I left an impression. Guess the excitable youth was stalking us all the way through the last quest line. Frankly, considering how many blows to the head I've taken, I'm lucky I haven't forgotten my own name. I mean, I kind of want to say that, because this feels mean, although he is being a little stalkery. That's right, he's the one that smells like cheese. Frankly, considering how many blows to the head I've taken, I'm lucky I haven't forgotten my own name. Yet trauma notwithstanding, I'm still offended. At the very least, surely my love for my sultry muse, my innocent and pure and not at all creepy adoration for the totality of her existence, the kind of thing you would stick in your memory. But enough about me. This is about Miss Nashu. Ever since she got sucked into that weird portal back east, been scouring the world for any sign of her. I was this close to giving up. Then, huzzah! Found her here in Radzidhan. Normally, I'd be happy to go back to playing the silent invisible guardian, but she seems pretty distressed by the plight of her inspector friend. He's here too, but laid up, showing no signs of waking anytime soon. My Nashu has been fashioning all sorts of medicines in hopes of rousing him, to no avail. I mean, I couldn't care less if he kicked the bucket, but I hate seeing her like this. She's liable to work herself to death. So, what say you? Will you deliver my dearest Nashu from her plight? You'll find her over the High Crucible, no doubt slaving over in Limbic. And with that, I'll get back to cheering her on from the shadows. You too, I guess. Now go! Quickly! Save my beloved! Yeesh. Yeesh. Already looking radiant. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Radiant. Sorry, what? You know. Ba-da, 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 ba-da-da. Nashu, how you doing, girl? And that should do it. Now to take the medicine and... Or dim along. It feels like it's been forever. Oh, definitely less than a year, I'm sure. It has been for us, but the joke is that it took a while before Hildibrand came back. What brings you to Razzahan? Enjoying a spot of adventuring, or perhaps... I was at a concert, and then I did some mowing. Oh, and you've heard. It's true. Inspector Hildibrand's gone into hibernation again. And, oh wait, you're giving me that look. One that screams. What about that whole weird portal business? Alright, since you silently asked. So, back on the Ruby Sea, remember how Greg got doused with dew prism and was forced to whisk us all far away? Yep. Again, this happened like 2 weeks ago for us. But it happened significantly longer ago for people who played the stuff on time. Now that strange rift opened up, and which the inspector got sucked up into, and how I followed him in after that. Oh. Well, after all that, we ended up in this bizarre place. Couldn't tell up from down, left from right, so we wandered, lost and confused. Fortunately, Greg came to his senses and explained that we were in an interspectorial rift. Interspectorial rift. I see. And then use the same trick to bring us home. That makes sense. Greg himself stayed behind, though. Something about a score he had yet to settle. Not sure what he was about, but hey, you know Greg. Anyway, we're back now. The rub is that Inspector Hildibrand hasn't opened his eyes once. And no time. We got cases to solve. I've been trying my hand at apothecary stuff, but seeing if I can't make something that'll get him up and moving, but nothing seemed to work. I'm also not an alchemist. I'm not the one to help you. But I think we're making progress. Me and Mr. Chupacabra from the Shakshuka concern, that is. You remember Mr. Chupacabra, right? Got sucked in the rift right along with him. Former evil mastermind. Not so bad once you get to know him. You know, this guy. His name is Jabrakra. Pleased to meet you once more, and under less compromising circumstances. If I may correct our mutual friend, I am Jubraka, chairman of the Sajatra concern. Yep, I don't care. Don't care. Shakshuka is delicious. I have never had it. No. I've never had it. What does it consist of, Ook? I'm not familiar. I am not familiar. Your distrustful and somewhat bloodthirsty gaze is not unwarranted. I like how that was my bloodthirsty gaze while I'm wearing Spriggan glasses. But in my defense, who amongst us has not contemplated enslaving the rich and powerful to bend the world to their whim? Oh. I pray, forgive my poor joke, and allow me to insist. I pray you forgive me my poor joke. Allow me to assure you that after wandering the interdimensional rift for the sisters only knows how long, I'm a changed man. Naturally, I understand that words alone would not suffice to absolve me of my sins. Thus, by return, I have operated a humble apothecary, caters to the needs of one's and all. Furthermore, I have made arrangements for Miss Nash's workshop. Rest assured that I will spare no effort in helping us see Inspector Hildibrand awaken and return to full health. And with that, if you would excuse me, I must see to other business. Still don't trust ya. Can't imagine why. I look ridiculous. I love it. He's the nicest ex-villain you've ever met. That's right, I just finished my latest medicine. I got high hopes for this new recipe. I suppose I ought to get a look at the Manderville man himself. By all means. The inspector is resting in a room up in Kama. Awake or asleep. Sure he'd enjoy your company. Let's go. Like a sunny side up egg with tomato sauce and seasoning. Interesting. Usually has other veggies like peppers and stuff, but the two important ones are tomato and egg. Sauce? Yeah. You got there. You got there. As long as I can understand what you're saying, you're doing good. And since I'm fairly sure English is not your first language, right? You're doing way better than I am. Doing way better than I am. Let's go. It's my third. Okay. Just make me feel real, underperforming. That's the one. Third. I think that's more common elsewhere. In the US, we're lucky if we speak English. Which is to say, we're not particularly well taught. I am, I mean, you've been around. I have little spatterings of other language words. But not much. I need to go the actual right way. Yes. I have nothing but grace for people who speak multiple languages. Especially because your English is very good. It's very good. Place is always very confusing. I need to go like up here and then around. I guess I could teleport. I should probably teleport. We're running. I was raised by immigrant parents, so I know my mom's language and the local ones shouted. Makes sense. Learned English since you were around 10, so it's been a while. Yeah. And really, that's the ideal... I think that's the ideal way to, like... ideal way and time to learn. Right? It's way easier to pick up languages when you're younger. And obviously learning it through immersion, you know, because your family speaks it and your like school speaks it, and you know, or you're around communities that speak it, right? It makes a huge difference than just trying to like learn, like go to like classes and nothing else. Makes sense. English can be taught. English can be taught through tough, thorough thought, though. It can be, yes. It can be. Yeah. Yep, those are all different words. Yeah, it can be. Yep. Yeah, a lot of English is nonsense. Like, some of it makes sense, but a lot of it is the result of it being, you know, derived from other languages, and then occasionally stealing things from other languages. We use a lot of loan words and such. Yeah, really being immersed in a language is the way to do it. Like I've tried to learn languages. I tried to learn French. I tried to learn Japanese, and I have only little bits of each still because I was learning them like purely through like school, right? Never like immersed. Means I speak English, and that's all I can claim. That's fairly typical in the U.S., though. The exception in the U.S. is people who are, you know, immigrants or children of immigrants. Similar deal, where they often keep whatever their parents' or original language was, and then learn English. But for us American white boys, just born in the U.S., my entire family's from the U.S. I'm sure if I go back far enough, you know, we're from somewhere else. But I can't actually trace my line back that far. So I don't know. I don't know where I come from, other than the U.S. So I could not say. I am pretty white, though, so probably originated from some majority white country, my family line. I would assume. Some European country, likely. I don't know. My great-grandfather was an orphan, and in like a literal like generic story beat, the orphanage that he was raised in before he was adopted literally burnt down with all of his records. So I have no idea. We like literally can't trace it past that point on that side. I don't know. I do not know. English is 3 dwarves in a trench coat disguised as a language as it beats up other languages in back alleys. True. Yeah, English. The internet taught you English, so merging is easy. Yeah, the internet does seem to be like English dominated, I guess, or at least English primarily. There's obviously spots that aren't, but you know. You actually have family in the U.S. in Massachusetts. You're not far off on the spelling. I couldn't spell Massachusetts for you, however, even if you if I wanted to. It's a weird one. That's sad. It is. But you know. It is what it is, right? It was my great grandpa. There might have been. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was my great grandpa. But, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know where I come from. I assume I am some form of mutt. Because most Americans are. I assume. Yeah, it's like such a stereotypical, like, story beat. But it actually happens. You know, I could do one of those if I really cared to. I could do one of those like DNA sites, right? Or like DNA services where they trace your ancestry. But I one, don't really care enough to know, and two, they a lot of those services seem to be harvesting and selling your data, which I don't love. I would rather not have my literal DNA in a database, if possible. Just, I'm not planning on doing anything in which it would matter, but turns out that doesn't really matter a lot of times. If you're doing anything bad. Just too easy to exploit. So, I've never done it. Yeah, I assume I'm some weird combination of things. My mom and sister have like the coloration where there might be some Native American in there, but again, don't know. Don't know. It would be like only a hint, like generations back or something. If so, could happen. Like I said, it happens. It happens. Honestly, nowadays, most white people are. Yeah. It's like, I think most people in general just are some wild combination. Because, I mean, there's 8 billion of us, right? Things are just sort of getting smashed together. You know? Europe is very intermixed as well. Yeah, oh yeah, I bet. You know, like, it's like a matter of, you know, driving a couple hours in one direction and you're in a completely different country. Right? Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about the general, like the general traits of various white people. You know? To really like be able to be like, well, if you look at your face, you can see the, you know, you have indications for so and so region. I don't know. Like, it'd be interesting to know, but I don't care enough to, like I said, to really do that much research. I am me. That's all I need. That's all I really need. Alright, let's keep it going. Ugh. Isn't this room nice? Yeah, Mr. Chupacabra's taking care of everything. Even paid the rent in full. But I'm distracting you, aren't I? You need to concentrate while you examine the inspector, yeah? Study the sleeping Inspector Hildibrand. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Why are we using this mechanic for this? These quests are insane. Target a section and examine it. Yeah, I think this is a mechanic that came in, maybe I think it was in Endwalker that this showed up. Maybe Shadowbringers? Let's check out his leg. The exquisite buckles of the stylish footwear are a design unique to House Manderville. These shoes would almost certainly fetch a small fortune in the markets. Don't Don't know if that's going to help with diagnosing. Arm. I don't know what I'm supposed to be learning. I am not a doctor. Rippling muscles. Bespeak, even. Impressive strength. Not besqueak. That would be if he was a rat. While smooth skin suggests that only on the rarest of occasion does a man resort to violence. Troublingly, his limbs are stiff and cool to the touch, as if the blood runs cold in his veins. And he is a zombie. Is that not normal? Enhance. I was really hoping it was going to zoom me in like hilariously close. Rugged features belie what is, at a closer glance, the sensitive mien of a cultured gentleman. While he still breathes, he appears to be locked in a deep slumber. Okay. Yep. I diagnose him with being unconscious and or a zombie. The inspector's condition is disturbingly reminiscent of the scions who were summoned to the first for a time. Of course. Of course it is. Girl, you okay? Oh, you're... He's sleepy. Hmm? Oh, finished already? Any theories as to what's wrong with the inspector? Well, he's a soulless husk, which is less than ideal. I suspect he may have been summoned to another reflection. This is a giant supposition. I see. I mean, I don't, but that's what you're supposed to say at times like this. I know that much. How do we wake him up? I need to dimensional travel. Return his soul to his body, but where did it go? And what is it doing there? Probably went to the first to become the Gentleman of Darkness, as you do. I think it's gone to another world wholly unlike ours, but still slightly like ours. A world of contrasts. I see. Right. So can you go there? I can. Yep. I'm OP. Great. In that case, I'll leave the soul searching to you. I'm sure it goes without saying, but once you've arrived in this otherworldly world, look for a place that smells of mystery and intrigue, and chat with people there. That's standard Agent of Inquiry protocol. Oh, and since this is Inspector Hildibrand we're talking about, don't be surprised if you find him asleep or haven't forgotten a thing or two. But not to worry, I prepared my traditional medicine, quotes, just in case. Don't hesitate to use it. With that, do take care out there. Yes, indeed. Her medicine is a bomb, by the by. Alright, to the Crystarium. Oh hey, I got an Equestrian roll. I never used. Alright, we need to go to the Crystarium. Take me away. Just doing a little world hopping, as you do. You know. Just doing a hint of world hopping. Hildy. Oh, Hildy. Where you at, buddy? Are you here? Are you near? Are you far? Leonard? Welcome back, friend. I'd offer you a pint, but my barman sense tells me that's not why you're here. This friend of yours has gone missing. Sorry to hear that, but plenty of travelers pass through these parts. Could you describe the filler to me? Hume, burly, wears monocle, well-meaning idiot. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Mind you, I didn't see him myself, but I do believe one of our bounty hunters spied such a man when you were all battling that horde of spectre warriors. Really? Really? Yacht! Come here a moment. Somebody wants to speak with you. That's so. Make it quick. This ale isn't going to drink itself. You're one of the Exarch's friends, the Warrior of Darkness. Up by your side when the glowing bastards came to ruin our day. We showed them, ha! Enough reminiscing. That's so important you had to interrupt my regularly scheduled drinking. I'm looking for a friend. Yeah, did you mention it? I did see something like that. Back there on the battlefield after you ran off, do more hero work. At first, thought he was going to attack me, like the rest of the spirit what's-its. No, he just stood there, cracking a pose. The stream crashed on my side, and I was sure it was another issue. I'm resetting the page. That's a relief. Hold on. Okay, yes. I have it pulled up. We're good. Okay. Been fine since I got here? Oh yes. I don't think I said, but hey, hey Chryso. Hey Chryso. Must be big issues, KJ. Yeah. Yesterday, I was streaming Persona, KJ, and halfway through the stream, my Twitch stream just stopped. Like it just ended. It didn't tell me it ended. It still told me I was streaming, but it completely shut down on the Twitch side. YouTube side was fine. It was weird. I don't know. I don't know what happened. The weirdest issue I've had. YouTube side still working fine? Yes. Are you? Hold up. Paranoid now. Yeah, it was weird. One of the weirdest issues I've had, but I'm glad it seems to be fine. Now he just stood there, striking a pose, trying to scare or seduce me. And I could tell. Still, he was glowing. Wasn't about to take any chances. So I said, hey, piss off, ghost. Then I'm backing. Presentable. Did he die, you ask? Or should I say, what am I, a Kyurgen? Also, I've got my mug waiting long enough. Good talk. Oh, okay. Bye. Okay, bye. Would it be the Warrior of Darkness? Yesterday was definitely just my internet. Fair enough. It happens. I thought that was your voice, but I was convinced my ears were playing tricks on me. It's so good to see you again. Didn't mean to eavesdrop, but we overheard you discussing the renegade poser. We've been searching for him some time now. Does sound like Hildibrand. There have been sightings in Lakeland, you see. Vona and I have been tasked with getting to the bottom of it. We've little in the way of useful information, though. All we know is that he appears without warning and strikes a disturbing pose. You're not causing any harm, if you just count the shock of a strange man gesticulating in your general direction, that is. Nevertheless, we're worried his behavior might escalate. You've been tasked with apprehending the miscreant. Well? Not quite. Honored. Not quite honored. Out of all volunteer has come back to track down a missing friend. Your miscreant, I regret to say, might be my friend. Hildibrand's my friend. Come on. And looking for might be one and the same, then why not work together? Between the three of you, you're bound to have better luck. Works for me. It'd be an honor. Great help. You're just about to leave. Gotta get testimony, as happens. Come join us and Sullen when you're finished here. We'll solve this mystery in no time. Solve it in no time. It happens. Where are they going? Question the locals in Sullen. Sure. Fine. There's no teleport to Sullen? How dare. Making me walk and or right amount 2026. Am I flying here? I do. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna get shot down by anti-aircraft guns riding this thing through the skies of the first. What? It was rather convenient that he got that he seems to have ended up here and not in one of the other reflections. It is rather convenient. I wonder if since they skipped Shadowbringers, if they're not doing like a little bit of an intro. Because this was more of a Shadowbringers thing. All correctly. It's been a minute. They might be bridging it a little bit for fun. Anybody seen a man? That's it. Has anybody seen a man? Did I see him? You bet I did. I was crossing through the forest of the Lost Shepherd on my way to deliver fish to the hostile imperative. Out of nowhere, this odd man leaped in front of me. I thought he was a bandit at first, but then he abruptly turned to the side, curled his neck, and put his fist to his head, not his fish. As if to say, oh, I don't know. It was baffling. I ran when I realized he wasn't going anywhere else. I see a man on my screen, yes? Okay. Good to know. Bottom right of mine? More or less? Yeah, I'm trying something where I don't go all the way into the bottom right. Trying something out. I am trying to stay out of that corner. Because it's kind of an awkward place, like UI was. On the stream sides. I'm trying to stay out of that corner. I don't know if it matters. I don't know if it matters that much, but I'm trying it. But I also don't want to block all of the quests. I'm okay with blocking a couple of them, but I mean, you want to show off how much gil you have? That's it. I need to show off my 276,000 gil. Yep. The correct term, the correct phrasing is how little gil I have. Where's the... Your boys broke IRL and in 14. I was 200k a little. Yeah. Yeah, it's not much. Not it's like what? Maybe an item from the market. Maybe. If it's a cheap item. At like in game. Which I'm in the end game, so. I only have 276k because I've spent a lot on items, on like gear. And because I tend to not do any of the money making activities, which is basically trade. I've done a little bit. The whole reason I have this much is because I've been trading a bit. Stuff that I've just been sitting in my inventory. Oh, that fellow. I saw him the other day on my way home from Claremont. I'd enjoyed one too many libations after my bath, they say, and ended up wandering off into the forest. Before I knew it, the sun was dipping low and the sky was turning dark, and I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever make it home. Then I felt a gentle tug at my arm. Yeah, would you believe it? This odd-looking man led me out of the forest, set me back on the road. I thanked him profusely, but he said nothing in reply, just struck the spurs and walked off. Uh-huh, that sounds like a guy. I have a total of 0 hours in this game. It's probably for the best. Probably for the best. It's a lot of game, and it's easy to get stuck. Once you play Final Fantasy XIV, you never really escape Final Fantasy XIV. Even if you think you do. It's always there, waiting for you in the background. Waiting for you to return. At least that's what happened to me. I thought I got out. Then multiple years later, I was right back in it. I was right back in. I mean, I'm stuck in Genshin Impact. Yeah, similar vibe. Yeah. Like I said, I played a good bit of Genshin at one point. I haven't played in a couple of years, but I had fun with that game. Honestly. I think I even played it once on stream. I think I did like a single Genshin stream because I wanted to try to catch up on the story a bit or something. They were doing like drops or something. I think I actually did one on stream at one point. That was a while back. I was still trying to figure out how to niche. Lightwraith is a black mage. If he wanted to update his gear to the current crafted set, the chest piece alone would cost 150k on the market board. Yep. And I have a couple of the latest pieces. I think. Is 770 still the latest? Probably yes until 7.5. Right. Yeah, I have a couple of those pieces. And the only reason I've been able to afford that is because I've had some generous community members who have hooked me up. Like, in-game generous. I also have some IRL generous community members, of course. But, I mean, people who have either bought me stuff or granted me gil. Mainly so they could watch me do stuff.
Yeah, I saw somebody like that. I was out picking mushrooms in the forest. He even spoke to me.
Oh, you have 1,000 active days in Genshin? Pretty chunky. Making sure you're doing your dailies and all that, right? Ook. Yeah, the most recent one I played was, I played a decent amount of Where Winds Meet. I was playing that pretty consistently for a while. For a little while. It's a fun one. It's a fun one. Combat's neat. It's like a Chinese wuxia inspired gacha game. You get to be a badass like martial artist, flying and dashing around. It's a neat one. Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, I haven't been back in Genshin in, like I said, a couple years now. Well, since whatever that stream day was, I think was the last one, actually. But it couldn't have been a couple years, maybe a year plus. Because I haven't been streaming for a couple of years. Probably like a year.
Mr. Plus at first by his form, but he only wanted to warn me that fell beasts lurk in the forest. I should be wary. Contrary to his appearances, I'd say he was actually quite gentlemanly.
Oh. Oh. That's our guy. I really like these. I really like this zone. It's very pretty. It's got the pride ferns. The old pride ferns. Yeah, for a while I was keeping up with Genshin for a bit. I had a pretty solid team with Bennett as my like my anchor. I was doing like a challenge where I only allowed guys on the team. I would only allow guys on my Genshin squad, which made the game much harder. Did make the game much harder, but I had a pretty good crew. Can't remember who else. I had like Bennett, the water book nerd, whose name I can't remember. The like water sword kid. And the other two were a little flex. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, Bennett was like my core of that team because yeah, he's so good. I'm a 1.0 player, so 1,000 days is like with a full year break. Right. Xingqiu, that's it. Benny, and I didn't hear the rest. I don't remember who the rest were. I think I swapped the other two out quite a bit. I can't remember either. Those two were like always on the squad though, because they work so well together. But the ad snuck up on me while we were chatting. Time for us to take another break, chat. Look at my fabulous glasses. Take a break along with me. Make sure you grab some water or a snack. Grab some coffee, you know. Take care of yourself a little bit. I'm going to try to do a few more push-ups. And make sure my windows are all closed, because I think I got them all. Or maybe the rain has stopped and I can open my windows again. Because the temperature is rising. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just me? They are the 1.0 goats. 100%. Yeah, I played like really early on as well. But yes, stay tuned. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. BRB. Bum 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 ba-dum. My voice cracked on that one. Welcome back, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? The weather is being real funky. It is now just sunny outside. After like a torrential downpour last hour. Wild. I did pause the music, right? Did. Welcome back. Welcome back. Alright. Let's keep it going. It's dark here. I do believe that is how time works. You get to live in the future. I hope the evening is going well for you, Ook. I'm just glad it's starting to get warmer outside, honestly. Like it's like 70 something, or it was like 70 something yesterday. So nice. Went out and took like an hour walk after the stream. So good. Went down to the there's a major like walking / biking trail, like a paved trail that runs like the entire length of Chicago. I popped down on that. It like runs like by like next to the lake. I popped down that way. It was nice. It was very nice out. So I'm hoping it starts to consistently stay there. Preferably without torrential rains every day. That'd be great. But I don't think that might be too much to ask for. It would be weird if it was sunny at 8 p.m. Yeah. Although in some places, you know, like I think like both if you go farther south in the summer, right? But it can sometimes get to be like 7 or 8 while the sun's still up. And also, you know, the poles are like super funky, obviously. Yeah, like you get up to the poles and it's like, well, for this half of the year, it's just always daytime. And for this half of the year, it's always dark. Have fun. Yeah. Like, I think when I lived down in the southern part of the U.S., I want to say that we made it to like during the summer, like when the days are like the longest. I want to say we made it to like 7 p.m. plus when it was still like light outside. It was like, you know, the sun was starting to get low, but it wasn't like dark yet. But it's been a minute. And even just moving that far in the U.S., our days don't last nearly as long. We're up here. Substantially farther north than I used to live. And our winter days are actively depressing. We get like 6 hours of sunlight or something in the winter. It's probably an exaggeration, but probably like 8. It gets dark very early in the winter. Yeah, we get a decent bit of sun during the summer here. So, but yeah, 8 p.m. is would be starting to push it, especially if like you go outside and it's 8 p.m. and like the sun's like up there, like right, like if it's like you have like a noonday sun. It's like this feels like a problem. Assuming it's not what you usually get. It's only a problem if suddenly, if you're in a location and suddenly the days and nights get weird. That's when you got an issue. And by you, I mean the entire planet.
Nice questioning the locals, have you? Were you able to learn anything? Not only is supposed to cause no harm, he's even helped people.
Oh, he's a gentleman, albeit a suspicious one. Something of a contradiction, you might say, but no reason to doubt what we heard.
Everyone seems to encounter in the Forest of the Lost Shepherd, right? That's where we'll look next, shall we?
We shall.
Fine.
I look amazing. You can tell Damelon's on vacation. He's just wearing whatever feels right. Although, TBH, I still don't look as crazy as Karanti does right now. I still don't look that wild. He has, like, incentives on his stream for people to dress him out and dress him up weird. That seems to be the way it works, right? Right, Grace? Which is smart, honestly. I should do more stuff like that. I should do more stuff like that. More incentives for y'all to click the buttons. But like I said, I try not to rely on y'all clicking the buttons. Yeah, maybe I should at least give little bonuses, little incentives, you know. Just nothing like crazy, right? Maybe something. I was gonna say, yeah. I still don't quite have the look that he had going on. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should. I don't know. We'll think of something. I need to really sort of build all of this, aka the stream and the YouTube and all that. I need to, in the community, I really need to start building it into a business, since this is my job. I need to start figuring that out, and I've gotten some ideas, or I've gotten some tips. I'm like, you know, trying to work towards that direction. That is not to say that anything will change with the stream, obviously. I'm not gonna be like doing like sub-only streams. I don't like those. I don't like that idea unless you're doing like a special event or something. But you know, I gotta figure something out. So I need to get paid. But also, you know, I want to provide y'all with more stuff too. I want to get paid, but only if I'm giving like something worth paying for. If that makes sense, right? Does that make sense?
Here we are. Now exactly, we're supposed to begin our search. These woods are, well, woods.
And it's tough out here. Yeah, got a plan, do you? Far be it for me to doubt the warrior of darkness. Show us what you got in mind. We'll back you up, best of our ability. Yep, that's me, the warrior of darkness. Nope, does not compute. Gotta scam them all. Listen. It's apparently the way most people are doing it. Not most. Just a very particular set of people. Perform the Manderville Mambo. Let's go. I love this quest line. It's bonkers. For those who don't know, the Hildibrand quest lines are not serious. They sometimes get serious, but they are intentionally insane. The sound effects are great. It was pretty good. They kind of nailed it. They do a lot of this questline does a lot of playing with the like the faces and stuff too. Like sort of like a G pose or like Gary's mod type animations where they're like, oh, stuff that like the characters just never do in like the normal game. I do declare. Ah, what familiar gentlemanly gyrations are these? It's him, the man, the myth, the legend. And my favorite voice acting target. Why does he have wings? Why does he have wings? Ah. So I got the face paint on. Light Warden, the Forgiven Gentleman. Oh. That seems bad. Pick Discord? I shall. As soon as Hildibrand gets done investigating himself or introducing himself. Hi, Hildy. Oh dear God, it's a Sin Eater. Oh wait, that's no Sin Eater. That's an Inspector Extraordinaire. It's Hildibrand. I do declare. Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? Ah, I am the Forgiven Gentleman, Devourer of Sins, Light Warden Extraordinaire. No. You might occasionally moonlight as a zombie overlord, but trust me, you're a gentleman inspector. Yes, again, he is also a zombie overlord. Oh, Inspector. Inspector. Sin Eater. You acquainted with this, gentleman? Question mark? Yep, this is the guy I was trying to find. Right then. Clearly, your friend has been through a lot, but still. How did he get it in his head he's a Sin Eater? Is there no way to bring back his memories? I bet there is. I have medicine. The medicine's bombs. Explosives. We're trying to save him, right? Get saved. That's awkward. Oh, gotta volley it. Yo. Dude's got some legs. Nice. Hit him with the spike. Spike. Oh, no, the set. The set, of course. Because I get to do the spike, obviously. Yes. I love it. Hildibrand. Wicked White, we've killed him. He's fine. This is Hildibrand. Like I said, it's its own thing. Some say it's the real story of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, I do declare. I say, I am alone. I had resigned myself to Nashu's ungentle methodology. But you two, my brutish friend. Yep. Yeah, the Hildibrand quests are a long-running series of side quests in Final Fantasy XIV, featuring this man, Hildibrand, who may also be a zombie. By may, I mean is. Zombie overlord, in fact. But he's also Inspector Extraordinaire. And the quests are insane. The storylines are all absolutely bonkers. They do a lot of fun stuff. I love them. But we're playing catch up. We're playing catch up. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. Wow, yeah. Like I said, some say this is the main story of Final Fantasy XIV. Some say. But never mind that. My Persona enjoyers may recognize that I use the same voice for Hildibrand as I use for Akechi. That's because they're both ace detectives. Am I right? Oh, never mind that. I do not recall the world being quite so purple. Ding. Previously, I was with Nashu and Greg, wandering the bizarre, shadowy realm known as the Interspectorial Rift. Or like Ace Defective. Boom. Got him. Got him. Also true. Right, we get a flashback. Of course we do. That we actually feel. Well, this is terrifying looking. This is him coming out of the rift. It's just what the first looks like. Where am I? Who am I? Hey, there's the dude. Yeah, it's important to realize the Hildibrand quests are deeply unserious. They have a much different tone than the rest of the game. That just makes them so much fun. Man does look like a ghost. Looking at a light. Aggressive posturing. I know what you are. You're one of them, aren't you? What you need is good old-fashioned dwarven decking. Yo. Dude, it's hardcore. Piss off, ghost! Oh. Okay. I didn't know Gyat had it in him. TBH. He gets stuck face down in things. Frankly, a bizarre frequency. You'd almost say it was a comedic frequency. Does the Sin Eater try to eat Hildibrand and fail? When he said he told the ghost to piss off, he meant it? I guess so. He's just doing some leg lifts. Lewd, Hildibrand. The hypnotizing booty of Hildibrand. See? That Sin Eater couldn't handle it. Envy alive! It's a Sin Eater! Oh, but not you. Plan. Ida. Plan. Ida. You have to bring us into your flashback, man. I'll be damned. I saw a vision of that man's past. Wonder he became convinced he was a senator. Thought it too. It was quite possibly the most ridiculous memory I've ever glimpsed. Yeah, that sounds right. Demon's like, yeah, you know, not even top 5. Answer me, my faithful assistant. Where are we and why is it so purple? Yeah, that's a complicated question. We're in a different dimension. Basically. Like, we're not currently in the world of Final Fantasy XIV. You could say we're in the world of Final Fantasy I. The first what? I do declare. Are you telling me we've somehow traveled to an entirely different world? It's complicated. Good gods. I do declare, to think that I have transcended the very boundaries of time and space. But worry not, my adoring fans. Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, will return to you forthwith. Bonkers. Quest complete. Quest complete. There's more where that came from. What time was it? Oh, I can look up here. I forgot I can actually see the time in this game. It is 12:32 p.m. Local time. Hildibrand is back and full of spectral beams. What is he gonna fart? Claire. While I have enjoyed what time I've spent in this far-flung first that I can remember, we should be getting back to our own world soon. Would you happen to know, I do declare, would you happen to know how we might go about doing that? Store my soul with a spirit vessel. Losing it a little bit. Losing it a little bit. I do declare, say no more. Your cursory description was more than enough for me to grasp the concept completely. Press X to doubt. Not unlike brewing the perfect cup of coffee. It's rather unlike brewing coffee. Which means our task is clear. We require the services of a skilled soul sommelier. I know a soul sommelier named Becklug. It's best not to confuse him when you can. Splendid, I do declare. I see that even in this world, you rub shoulders with the cream. Let us pay this Becklug a visit. I'm not sure what you're plotting to do with souls, but if you acquire Becklug's assistance, we can help. It's time and again. I reckon they'd do the same for your friend here. Come with us. Cabin of Curiosity. Yeah, so the Hildibrand voice started as me riffing on Daniel Craig's character from Knives Out. I feel like it's diverging. I'm making it my own, I think. I'm sort of making it my own. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I sure do have fun with it. And that's what matters to me. That's what matters to me. I don't claim to necessarily be a professional voice actor, other than the fact that I stream my voices. Y'all get to. I'll put that in quotes. Y'all get to hear my voices, and I do technically get paid to stream, which, by the definition, means I'm a professional voice actor, right? Right? No, I've never done any projects. Although, frankly, if the chance came up, maybe I would. Maybe I would. I think that could be cool. You think somebody would want my Hildibrand voice in a video game? What do y'all think? What do y'all think, chat? Or would they get immediately tilted?
you're ready, I'll call for backlog.
I do have a lot of fun with it. I do have a lot of fun with it. It's so weird too, because this is not something I ever did or saw myself doing before I started streaming. My final project for school, I went to a game dev university. Our final project for school was making a game, and we had voice acting in it, and I actively refused to do it. I could have volunteered because we had some voice acting in it, but I actively refused. Now here, 11 years later, I'm just doing it for you. I do it every stream to various levels of quality. Very wildly various. I do declare, the genius soul sommelier. You come highly recommended by Amazon. And what an adorable little puppy you have.
Oh, what? Puppy? I beg your pardon, but there seems to be some confusion. Not me. Who is this imbecile, Damelon? I have half a mind to dig a hole so I could throw him in it. But happens to me as a friend of yours and one in need, no less.
Learn new stuff about yourself all the time? That's true. That's true. I didn't think I would enjoy streaming either. Honestly. But like, I would be like just vibing with friends, hanging out in like a Discord call or something, and I would have the game going. And I'd like be streaming the game, whatever game we were playing. I don't know. Something inspired me to give it a shot. Believe the incredible burnout and general state of the world, where I was very done with traditional employment after getting laid off and all that, being very burnt out. I decided to try streaming. Very much so just I may have slapped something off my desk. Very much so to like have some socialization time and all that, right? Have people to chat with, be able to hang out, play games with people. But turns out I really like it. And I would love to be able to do this as an actual job. Like a job that pays things. But that's like we were talking about earlier. That's stuff I gotta work out. It's not just magic. We'll see. We'll see where it goes.
What? Another of your friends needs to be sent back to the source? You've forgotten how complex and difficult it was to do at the time? You waltzed in here and asked me this favor? The Era 1 shopping for a new hat?
I can't remember what this guy sounded like originally. I'd have to go back and watch my Endwalker playthrough. Or my Shadowbringers playthrough. Where Rebecca Luck was. Because I had a very particular voice for his, I think. But I don't do consistency. Like, there's a handful of characters who remain consistent.
This case is no different than the others, at least. Presently only in soul, as they were. Well, we'll need another spirit vessel, of course. You don't happen to have one on you already, do you? Trusted to you by the Crystal Exarch, you say? Only he knew how you were using it.
Oh, apparently I did have one on hand.
Fortunately, I have a Porksy on hand. You've been using it to treat patients. Risk of transforming into eaters, but suppose it's due for a change of pace. There is, however, one concern. In case I didn't make it clear before, the process can place great strain upon one's soul. He is lacking in resilience. There's a chance he will not survive. His very essence will be rent asunder.
I mean, he's fairly resilient. Some of you may die. That is a risk that I'm willing to take. No. After what he's lived through, it would be implausibly anticlimactic for him to die like that. It's true. Sometimes you just gotta know the rules of storytelling. I do declare. A Damelon knows me all too well. I assure you, my good sommelier, who is most certainly not a dog, you needn't worry for Hildibrand, Hilidor, Maximilian, Mandeville.
Yes. I get the distinct impression the gods themselves could not kill him if they tried. And they have.
True.
Come along then, Hildy. I can't be bothered to remember the name.
Oh, 1,000 thanks. Simply point me to the soul siphon, and I shall hop right in.
The rest of you can wait here. Promise I won't hurt him, no matter how much I may be tempted.
Understandable. Understandable. I like doing the voices, y'all. I like doing them. I hope y'all like hearing them. One of the reasons I started doing the voices for stuff I was playing is genuinely for my lurkers, actually. If you're lurking on the stream and you've got me like off on another tab, so you're not reading the dialogue along with me, right? Which, let's be honest, is most of you. Which is totally cool. Love my lurkers. You probably would be very lost if I was just like either one, not reading any of the dialogue, or reading it all in the same voice. Makes it harder to keep track of, IMO. So I started doing the voices to like help distinguish characters and keep people engaged and able to sort of keep up if they so desired, you know? You know? I feel like it's worked. I feel like it's been good for the stream. Yeah, I'm actually here and I don't read all the dialogue. Also that, yeah. And you don't have to, right, Ook? I'm reading it for you. And sometimes I even read it like I know the language. Sometimes I lose track. Sometimes I lose track. Yeah. I think it sort of evolved into me getting better at it and like actually studying a little bit of voice acting stuff. And like I said, maybe eventually I make like an actual like portfolio and, you know, do some auditions or something, you know? Could be a nice little side hustle, right? Not even really a side hustle, just like part of the whole thing. Assuming anybody wants it. But it's a skill. It's a skill like any other, you know? Yes, thank you, Ook. I have fun with it. I have fun with it. There's so many voice actor streamers. There's a lot of overlap, yeah. There's a lot of overlap for sure. Because if you're already like accustomed to using your voice for your job, that's in a large point, for a large part, what streaming is, using your voice for your job. Like 80% of the stream is me talking to y'all, which is why I try to never shut up. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I'll go quiet, but the cardinal rule of streaming is always be chatting. And I do my best. Even if I'm not saying anything relevant. But, you know. That's taken some work. I feel like I'm, like, genuinely. Go back and watch my my first couple of VODs. You can find them all over on the YouTube side, over on the Light Wraith Live channel. You can go watch my first couple of VODs. That was a different person. That was a different human being a year and a half ago. We've made progress. It's cool to see. Part of the reason they're up there. But I can look back and be like, man, I've come far. Also, I didn't have a beard in those. Spoilers. And trauma warning. That was unbearded Light Wraith in the beginning. Yeah, that was like a year and a half ago. And a couple of weeks now. Or a couple weeks ago was a year and a half. It's almost as if streaming involves talking a lot. Yeah. Shocking. Like, I could almost not have anything happening on screen at all. For a lot of people. As long as I can keep rambling in one continuous, uninterrupted sentence, moving from topic to topic, etc., etc. There's a... For my old heads, there was a You're the Man Now Dog website, YMTMD, YTMND, there. The website, it was like proto memes. There was one with Captain Picard, Star Trek, doing like a long run-on, like paragraph, sort of song to like a tune. I need to see if I can find that again because it's hilarious. But it's also what streamers do. I need to find it. I wonder if I can still find it online. But anyway, let's keep going.
We'll be pleased to know that the process was smooth and uneventful. Honestly, I was hoping for more of a challenge. All you need to do is take the spirit vessel back to the source, bring it in contact with his corporeal body. He should awaken immediately with his soul and memories intact.
Thanks, Backlog.
As nothing else, Vanad and I should be getting back to our duties. It was a pleasure, Demelon, if all too brief. I won't pretend I understood even a fraction of what happened, but I'm glad I was there for it.
That's Hildibrand. That's Thaler is the community. Is the community. Why you look so much younger without the beard? It makes a difference. Makes a difference. I don't like the way I look without a beard, though. Personally, I'll take the aging effect over the fact that your boy doesn't have a chin. I do not have a defined jawline. The beard helps out quite a bit with that. You do look better with it. Thank you. Yeah, for a while I was just going like, like sort of a more standard short beard too. But at one point I was like, you know what? Both, because one, it makes me kind of stand out a little bit on stream. There are a lot of bearded streamers. But there aren't many who are just going absolutely ham with it. I mean, we're all the way over here now. See, go this way. It's long. Long. I just decided to just go for it. And entered my wizard arc. Oh. Yeah, it's much different. I look much different without the beard. It's a little bit of a jump scare when I go back and look. I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's much better look. I do need to like clean it up a little bit. It's at the point where I need to like, you know, snip some ends. I need to get it off my neck again. That kind of thing. You talked so little back then, right? Like I said, I have evolved quite a bit over the year and a half plus. Yeah, it's a skill. Imagine where I'll be in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. God. I wouldn't mind if I was doing this 20 years from now. That'll be wild. That's assuming the internet lasts 20 more years. And of course, that I last 20 more years. I probably will. So I'm only in my 40s. 60 isn't that old. Pretty old to be on the internet, though. Be a streamer. But hey, if this works out, I don't plan on stopping. If we meet again, rest assured, the sailor and I will be doing our damnedest. Look after people here in your absence. Yeah, I've made a lot of progress. I've made a lot of progress in the last year and a half. I'm very proud of myself. Looking back, you know, it's very easy to get stuck in your own head as a streamer. Like, you know, obsessing about the numbers and like feeling like you're not making any progress or that you're going slower than your peers. Which is always a bad look. Don't compare yourself to other people. It's bad for your mental. But really, the only thing you can do is just look back on yourself a year ago and see how you're feeling. I have definitely had years where I look back and I'm like, oof. That was not a great one. But I feel like streaming has helped me out a bunch. I feel like I've built some skills and built, you know, obviously we've built a bit of a community here, which is also cool. Can't believe y'all are sitting here watching me. Still, it's a little bit of a mind loads my brain. Brianna, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome. Hello. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I gotta go back to Redstone. We're doing some Hildibrand questing. I have something to tell you. Okay. What would that be? Would that be? Might be returning to this game this week. Let's go. Very nice. It's good timing. Good timing. Yeah, I do remember. I think I remember you said you were taking a bit of a break, right? You had been taking a break for a while. If I recall correctly. If I didn't recall correctly, I apologize. I try to keep track of everybody's stuff, but sometimes I whiff. Because I am human. Yeah, congrats. Welcome back to the game, if you decide to. Where am I? Yeah, we're getting the 7.5 patch in less than a month. Like late April, I believe, is the date. Like April 20 something ish. Getting 7.5, which is more story, or it was like the bridge patch for Dawn Trail. But really, right now is a perfect time to come back. Yeah, that's awesome to hear, though. I'm glad. I'll try not to take credit, but maybe it was me. Maybe it was me. Not that it matters. It's not like Squeenix is paying me for people coming back. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor. Where's his body? Nashu. Where did Hildibrand go? And I mean, if you come back, Brianna, you could look like me. You could be wearing this incredible fit. Good. The glasses are from the current event going on. Well, I guess you'd actually have a hard time wearing this fit because these are actually all event gear. You could wear the glasses. You get the glasses. The Hatching Tide event, I believe, ends on the 6th. April 6th. Yeah, you get a bunch of cool glasses. I haven't gotten them all yet. I need to farm some more. Like these. These. Some fabulous options, really. These very much look like oh my god, what's his name? I forgot the dude's name. The singer, Elton John. These very much look like glasses Elton John might wear. I do like they've added the face wear stuff. It's fun. It's fun. But yes, as a warning, I am doing the Endwalker Hildibrand quests, so if you're trying to avoid spoilers, beware! Beware. This is, of course, side content, so some people don't care as much, but some people like to get Hildibrand fresh. I do. I've avoided everybody else talking about it. I think I've even got it muted on social media. Yes. But, actually, speaking of, it's time for our next break. Speaking of, bad segue. It is time for our next break. As always, I take a break every hour, both to let the ads run on the Twitch side and to take care of myself a little. I, of course, recommend that y'all take this suggestion as well to take care of yourselves a little. Grab some water, or grab a snack, or move around a little bit. Grab some coffee. Rest your eyes for like 30 seconds. Just give them a nice little close. Especially if you are one of those who sits at a computer all day, like this guy. Taking frequent breaks is good for you. I'll be entirely honest with you. I don't do it as much as I should when I'm not on stream. But do as I say, not as I do. But it does actually help hugely. It makes such a difference. Take it from the old guy. But I can call myself old. Even though I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm middle-aged. Thank you. But we'll be back here in about 3 minutes to carry on with Hildibrand. I don't know where he went, so that's going to be a whole question. Stay tuned, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. BRB. And welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Congrats, Ook, for landing in the pool. Taking yourself a nice little dip. I miss swimming. I haven't been to a pool in a hot minute. Been a while. But welcome back. Oh, I do need to check that. I remembered Chryso, just slightly late. Chryso wanted me to check a meme. He's memeing me. The key to getting over imposter syndrome is to know everyone else is an imposter too. Tell yourself you deserve a stake in a scam they're all running. True, honestly. Excuse me, but this is fucking brilliant. True. Did you just cure imposter syndrome with spite? Cure a lot with spite. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Also, I loved the previous one too. The one about your man looks like he drops common loot when he's defeated. Never in my life seen a more devastating insult. True. Love it. Sometimes I divert for memes. I do like me a good meme. Alright. Let's carry on, shall we? Yes. Everyone should play the hit MMO Final Fantasy XIV, now available with a free trial. Play all the way up to level 70 in the Stormblood expansions. Right now at Final Fantasy XIV. Cough, cough. Cough, cough. Speaking of memes. Speaking of memes. Alright. Yes. The free trial for 14 has become a meme. That's how insane it is. I don't have that command propagating over to the YouTube side. I should do that. Not a sponsor. I just think it's funny. I just think the game's good. Let's keep it going, huh? You're back, and not a moment too soon. We have an emergency on our hands. But I have the thing. I have his soul. I have his soul. The inspector's soul is in this, you say? That's great, but we have another problem now. The inspector's body has gone missing. We went to the markets and do some shopping, and when we came back, he was nowhere to be seen. I double checked that every door was unlocked before we left, but nothing to suggest someone forced their way in. We have got a case on our hands. The case of the evaporating inspector. Must begin our investigation at once. Come on, let's start looking for witnesses. Oh boy. His zombie body is getting up and moving around on its own. That's probably fine, right? That's probably fine. That's probably fine. Yeah. I wonder who could possibly be nefariously scheming behind her back. It will forever be a mystery. Definitely not Chupacabra. Yes, I too have already forgotten his actual name. Certainly not. Certainly not. Did I see anyone get carried out of the house, you ask? I was too distracted with stock taking to make notes and coming to goings. Sorry, couldn't be more help. Yep, you were in fact no help. Thank you.
Oh, oh no, I didn't see anyone carry a person out of that house. No. But I did see a man carrying a particularly large sack. So heavy he strained to lift it. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now that you mention it, it was a bit suspicious. I think there was a leg sticking out of it.
This is how serial killers get away with things, Pat. This is how serial killers keep serial killing. If somebody sees something like bonkers, they just don't say anything. They never mention it to anybody. You know? Well, that and police incompetence. That's the other one. That's the other running theme in serial killers continuing their thing, is that the cops trying to catch them are usually wildly incompetent. That's why the Zodiac killer never got caught, by the way. It's fairly certain that some police officers saw him and literally talked to him after he killed someone, but they thought they were looking for a black guy. They thought they were looking for AKA racism. So they just had a quick chat and he went on his way, and they never saw him again. I just saw him over here. Hey bud, still smelling like cheese? Yeah, it's wild. Where did that come from? Like I said, streaming is always about chatting, even if what you're chatting is actual nonsense. Because sometimes the nonsense sparks engagement. Like, I really like pineapple on pizza. How about y'all? I think people who don't like it are crazy. I will sometimes literally just get a cheese and pineapple pizza. Just literally like double pineapple. That's not a joke. That's a pizza. That's part of my go-to Domino's order. I get like a Supreme, one of their Supreme pizzas, one of the variants, and then I get one with just pineapple on it. Makes for a nice, refreshing mix. Can't believe you could like pepperoni pizza. I know, I basically screwed it up mid-statement. That's an even better controversial statement, though, right? I like pepperoni pizza. I like pizza with pepperoni. The literal most common pizza topping. That's not cheese. Cheese isn't a topping, it's a requirement. And this is coming from someone who's literally lactose intolerant. Cheese is a requirement on pizza. Yes. I got tongue-tied there when I was trying to make my goof. Although again, I actually do enjoy it. I don't understand why some people don't.
There you are. This man says he has vital information. It'll help us in our investigation.
Hey, some of us live in weird countries without pepperoni pizza. That exists. I just learned something. I kind of assumed that was like an everywhere thing, but I guess that's an assumption, huh? I guess that's what makes it an assumption. Huh. You can find it, but it's not common. What are your local go-tos for toppings, Ook? I'm actually genuinely curious. I've heard some wild ones. Like, in Australia, apparently a tuna fish and mayo, like not like sashimi, but like the tuna fish you get like in a can. Like a tuna fish and mayo pizza is apparently a thing in Australia. And that sounds horrific to me. That sounds horrifying. Apparently it's good. Olives, corn, mushrooms. Corn isn't a big one you see here, but I've seen it before. The the regular stuff. Yeah, so it's more of a you sort of lean more towards the vegetable side, you'd say, Ook, than like various meats. Fair enough. You've had tuna on pizza, it's good? I never have. I've never tried it. It seems weird. I think honestly it's the mayo that's throwing me off. I think the tuna itself would be fine. I think the mayonnaise, like, there's something about hot mayonnaise that makes me a little uncomfortable. Like like that seems weird. I'm not a big mayo person in general, though. I know. I'm disrespecting my incredibly white ancestors. Not a big mayo person. Sometimes when it's mixed in with something or like as like a part of a dish, then it's fine. But like, I'm not putting mayo on my sandwiches or anything like that. It. I don't like it. Yeah, meats are uncommon. Interesting. A lot of pizzas in the U.S. are kind of meat forward. Um, I one of the reasons I like Supreme pizzas though often is that they sort of balance it. There'll be like 3 or 4 meats, but also like they'll have like onions and mushrooms and olives and like uh like peppers, etc., etc. They'll have like a fairly balanced, and you just get like this stack. You get this stacked pizza. So good. Yeah. Like we find olives and mushrooms, both black and green olives, are fairly common here. They're usually pretty good. But yeah, you don't see corn a lot. It would have to be like an actual like pizza place. I think will sometimes do it. Yeah, corn is the weird stuff. It's an interesting one. I could see it, honestly. I could totally see corn on a pizza. I've never had it myself, but I could dig it. Red onions decently common here. Yeah, I like that. I sometimes I dig a nice veggie pizza. Just load me up with the vegetables. It's probably better for you than the variety of processed meats, like processed and cured meats, right? Like it's still pizza. It's not gonna be phenomenal for you, but it's probably better for you. Because yeah, we'll go. We get like you can get pepperoni and like various sausages, various hams. Uh, you know, like literally just hamburger meat. like ground beef. Like we go nuts. America. Yeah, I do like to have some veggies on my pizza most of the time, rather than just like straight up like a pepperoni pizza or something. Give me toppings. Give me toppings. Opening the site for Domino's Pizza here. Nice. I'm curious if pineapple is a thing that y'all do, Oak. Actually, because pineapple is a very I mean, it originates in like Hawaii, right? I think. So it's a very, I think pineapples are very like American jam nowadays. But I don't remember if it originated from Hawaii or if it originated like for us from Hawaii. Like popped off after we made Hawaii a state. We did a little colonizing, as an empire is wont to do. Some of the white cheeses rather than just mozzarella. Yeah, occasionally you'll get a pizza here that offers like the cheese alternatives. I don't. I just do mozzarella. I just do mozzarella. Partially because mozzarella is one of the cheeses I can sort of tolerate, like stomach-wise. Like it's a little bit easier on my lactose intolerance and my allergy. Things like a cheddar or something like the more serious cheeses makes any sense. Are generally worse for me. If I were to get a pizza right now, it'd be from Papa John's. I haven't had Papa John's in a hot minute, actually. Their combo pizza has pepperoni, Canadian bacon, spicy Italian sausage, onions, green peppers, mushrooms, and black olives. Yeah, so like your supreme analog, right? Makes sense. That's roughly what I get too. I usually order from Domino's because there's like one right down the street, so it's so fast. Even if I get it, like I could just walk over there and grab my order. I usually don't because I'm lazy. I could, but yeah, I usually get get like what they have like 4 different varieties of Supreme, so I usually get one of those. And then an extra pineapple and such. You've never seen pineapple in stores here? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it travels kind of roughly, I think. Despite being like an armored fruit. It gets kind of weird if it goes off. Like if it keeps too long. Actual tomatoes, we do see those occasionally, like actual like sliced, either sliced tomatoes or like cherry tomatoes that are like popped, like they're burst, whatever, roasted. I've seen both here. I also have actual pizza places nearby that I'd never get from because they're more expensive. Should. I should. Look at what Papa John's is offering. Yeah, I'm curious. And of course, I'm in Chicago, so we have the deep dish, which is it's its own vibe. It's a whole different thing, really. But I do like it. I don't get deep dish often. Deep dish is like a treat pizza for me. But it's very good. It's a whole different thing. Whole different thing. And look at that, chat. Remember how I said I can just generate engagement? Got him. It's important to be able to just ramble.
It's important to be able to just ramble. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've used that voice like 4 times today. I need to use a different one. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am DeLeon, Editor-in-Chief of the Valerian Truth, a monthly publication devoted to exploring unexplained and otherworldly phenomenon of our isle. A companion shared with me the news of your friend's disappearance. I happen to know precisely who is behind the incident, but I fear you might not like the answer. The kidnapper is not of this star. What? We're doing a conspiracy theory arc. The Thavnarian Truth is obviously a tabloid. Papa John's has pepperoni and pineapple here. There you go. I don't know if I'd mix the two. You could give them a try and report back. Otherwise, give pineapple a try. That's the more interesting one, honestly. Pepperoni is like the default topping here in the U.S. Like, it's more likely for you to see just a pepperoni pizza than just like a cheese pizza or anything else. I've never had Papa John's, so I didn't know. Fair. Very fair. Yeah, I haven't had Papa John's in a hot minute. For a while, they were like, at least in the U.S., they were like one of the better like chain pizzas. But I have not tried them recently. And if right now, if I'm going for a chain pizza, I'm more going for cheap and fast. Because since I'm in a big city, if I want good pizza, I don't go to a chain. I go to a restaurant that does pizza. You know? Like, I have literally in a couple of block radius, I have multiple pizza places. Like mom and pop or like local restaurant pizza places. So I got options. Benefits of living in a gigantic city. Still the best quality option for neighborhood, at least. Yeah, like I said. For a lot of places, it's that's the way. Barbecue chicken on pizza. Yep. That's a very American thing. I think Papa John's for you, Ook, might have just like literally migrated the all of the American options. Just 1-to-1. That sounds like it. Yeah. Is there more American options? Yeah, it sounds like. Which, gives you a something different, right? Come from the heavens, beyond the great expanse. We descend in curious, saucer-shaped airships, study our world, our society, our buildings, our very bodies. Oh boy. College Illuminati. Impale knows what I'm talking about. They also have some of the local stuff, but way less than some of the other places. Okay. Alright, that sort of makes sense. You still gotta have the options, right? Because, you gotta have some local options, otherwise people are not gonna bite. Interesting. Today I learned. I would totally try corn on pizza though. I may have to see if there's a place locally that'll do that.
I'm sure there is. Like I said, I have options.
You shudder, no doubt, as you realize of whom I speak. It couldn't be, you protest. Oh, but it could. And it is. Your dear friend, the inspector, has been abducted by aliens.
You know, when we started the Endwalker Hildibrand quests, I was not expecting us to go to alien abductions. Like your classic alien abductions. Did not see this coming. Props.
Oh, he'll be fine, you assure yourself. After all, I just want to understand us better. You poor, deluded child. You sweet summer child. That they do, but to what end? Why else? That they may one day take over our world.
So, should I tell this guy that I've been to space? And it's bleak out there. It's bleak. In fact, that's basically what Endwalker's about.
What is worse, that they plot to do so with the aid of collaborators. The Charlians are in league with our would-be overlords, providing the aliens with vital information on our vulnerabilities in exchange for a position of power within their regime.
Okay. Yes, I'm almost positive this was a Chilluminati episode. Fun podcast, by the way. I'll check out Chilluminati. It's like Illuminati, but chill. So chill Illuminati. With Mathis, Jesse Cox, and Alex Faciane. Alex Faciane. Good podcast. They've been doing it for a while. They cover a bunch of stuff. Bunch of weird stuff. I'll have to try some Papa John's sometime, but it's not available in my city. I have to wait for whenever I go somewhere else. Fair enough. That does make it harder to try. Yeah, if you ever do happen to try some, or get the opportunity to try a pineapple pizza, I'd be curious as to your thoughts, Ook. Obviously, it's not the end of the world. It's not like a revelation. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it, personally. The popular combo is that you see it with is like what they call a Hawaiian pizza, which has basically ham and pineapple. They call it Canadian bacon, but Canadian bacon is basically ham. I just like doing the straight up pineapple though. Honestly. Unless I'm doing like just that. If I'm doing just a pineapple pizza, then I'll do like a more of a actual Hawaiian pizza with like ham or whatever. Canadian bacon and maybe some other veggies, that kind of thing. And it was very hard to come by here. Interesting. Guess that happens. Ham and pineapple is the controversial pizza. Yeah. I mean, pineapple's most of it, but yeah, that's true. That's true. I like I said, I usually just go like double pineapple. Just like stack it up. Give me cheese and tomato sauce and pineapple. Excuse me.
days was also the work of these alien invaders, an attempt to sow chaos so that our world would be easier to conquer. Blessedly, it was thwarted, only by dumb luck, as those that did the thwarting were blissfully unaware of the true nature of the threat.
That was me. I was the one who thwarted.
I hope the setback would discourage the aliens from coming back, if not move them to abandon their ambitions. But it would seem events have only emboldened them. They are indeed carrying out abductions here in Razhan. Even as we speak, your friend lays prone in a sterile bed in the base on the surface of the moon, where they poke and probe him with inscrutable instruments as their floppy ears wiggle fiendish delight.
Oh, maybe this guy actually does know something. Because this part he's not making up. There is, in fact, a base on the surface of the moon with floppy-eared aliens. Not the full story.
But I said too much. I must continue my investigation in secret. Fate of our world is at stake.
This is going to be a really interesting questline, huh? I thought it would be.
Oh no, that sounded awful. We have to go to the moon and save the inspector at once.
I think he was at least a few materia short of a full meld. Nice. I mean, at least he got the floppy ears part right. The Papa John's Pizza here is serving the pineapple with beef, pepperoni, red onion, and hot peppers. Interesting. Interesting. That seems like a lot. I would try it. I would try it though. Could be good. It's more than you usually see comboed with pineapple, but oh, the pepperoni is made from beef. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was just missing a comma there. What's pepperoni usually made of? I think it might be ham normally, or like a pork. I would try that pizza. I would try that. I would try that. I'd expect ham, not beef. Yeah. You said it's hard to come by, so it makes sense. Yeah, I wonder if it's just like because of the y'all don't have much ham. Makes sense. And yeah, I would eat it. I would eat it. I just love pizza though. Despite the fact that pizza very much does not love me. I typically have regrets. So I'm taking my a lactase enzyme supplement. That helps a little bit.
You don't think the inspector's getting probed by aliens? But if not them, then who's probing him?
The audio's fucking up for you? Uh-oh. You good? Bueller? 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 I wonder if I just had my mic funky. Is it on my side? It could have been me too. The fun part about having an actual mic is if I start doing any wandering, sometimes things get a little and sometimes my My noise gate can sometimes do stuff too. The noise filtering. Not for me? Okay. Might just be, you might just be having a computer, one of those computer days. Ook. I've had them this week as well. Sometimes your computer just doesn't behave, you know? Pretty much randomly rolling back in time. That happens, yeah. Like a, sort of does like a weird, not even really buffering, but like a weird, like a rollback, yeah. Experiment's hard. The technology is very fragile. A lot of moving parts.
A man carrying a suspiciously large sack. That sounds promising. Maybe someone can tell us more.
He's gone.
Someone up ahead may have seen something. Let's ask around.
Alright, escort quests go. But thankfully, unlike most escort quests, this one just stays with us. We just aren't allowed to teleport. This one's not nearly as annoying as some others. She actually matches our speed. I love the soundtrack here. Little instrumental.
Discuss
The Arcasadora.
Parika and his family are the nicest people. They got such gentle eyes and long snouts, too. Longer than anyone I've ever met in Eorzea.
Yep. They're the elephant folk. Elephant kin. These guys.
The man with the sack. Indeed. Couldn't help but take note of him as he passed, trying so very hard to be inconspicuous as he was. He descended to Alzadal's path and went over the fountain, where he met with a merchant, I believe. Such a hefty sack it was. My mind was racing with the possibilities of what it might contain. That had to be our man, right? We need to hunt down that merchant.
The thing it contained was a human being. Or a here being. Bring it. Come on, Ashu. We got places to be. The reason I like this song is because there's a trombone featured. What's this? What's that? Main instrument going right now. That was your boy's instrument in high school. I was a trombonist. I have heard all the jokes. I have made most of them. Yes, yes, yes. The gay guy in high school played the instrument with bone in the name. Yep. Yep. The irony is not lost on me.
It's incredible, isn't it? It reminds me of the giant statue of Lord Godbert at the Gold Saucer. Once the inspector's back on his feet, I have to show it to him.
You learned violin in elementary school? Yo, that's actually kind of sick. We didn't. My school didn't have any stringed instrument options. Strangely enough, we had a concert band, but not a. It wasn't like a symphony band, right? So we had like woodwinds and wind instruments and drums, but we didn't have any stringed instruments. We didn't have anybody. We didn't have violins or the other one, the string bass thing. You can tell how much I didn't experience them, but I can't remember the name of any of the stringed instruments. Cello? Yes, cello. Thank you. That's the one. Yeah, we didn't have any of those. The violin seems very cool, though. It's such a cool instrument. IMO. It sounds so cool. Yeah, I played trombone all the way from 6th grade up through high school, so 12th grade. I was fine. I was probably slightly above average skill-wise with comparison to the rest of my class. Because, shocker, I did not practice as much as I should have. Honestly. Not practice as much as I should have. And crazy music and instruments and things like that are things you really have to practice. Or you don't get good at them. You played for like 2 years in elementary school, so I can't play it anymore. Fair. Fair. I think you'd be surprised if you picked one up. I bet there's still some muscle memory in there. Probably not going to be good at it. I bet there's some muscle memory. I have not played. But then again, I haven't tried playing my trombone since I got out of high school. I didn't play in college or anything, or any time after. I don't even know if we still own it. If I do, it's in storage somewhere. It's not really something I can play in my apartment, though. That would be an excellent way to get yelled at by my apartment complex. So, even if I could find it, I doubt I'd pick it up again. I did like it though. I liked being in band. I did like it. It was good times. I was in marching band and concert band, so both like the like your more traditional like seated concert type of deal, and we also played, did the marching thing, where we marched around during like doing like a choreographed show. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. We sort of alternated between the two. Like during football season, which is also marching season, we'd march and we'd do concert the rest of the time. And we had a jazz band too. We had a school jazz band that I did for like a year. It was like 8 or 9 people, something like that. We were very good. Like, as a school, our band was like one of the top in the state. We were like first or second in like every competition we went to. We were very good. Probably would be better than a complete beginner, but I wouldn't be able to play any well. Yeah, you'd have to definitely get back into it, right? Would like to play it again, but the violin belonged to a school. Right, yeah, the violins are expensive. Yeah, can't really get back into it without getting one. Those aren't cheap. Yeah, violins are expensive. That's probably a lot of the reason we didn't have any string instruments, because they tend to be more expensive, I think. My trombone was already fairly pricey. My trombone itself was pretty expensive, but not like that. I liked band up until I realized you were expected to go to the sports stuff after school. Interest dropped real quick. Fair. Yeah, like we would, we were at all the pep rallies and football games and, yeah, all that kind of thing. Like, yeah, various sports stuff. Our band director and our football coach hated each other, like full on. This was partially because while our band was like I was saying, like top 2 in the state, our football team was like literally the worst in the state. Like actually. My high school football team, the entire time I was in high school, won like 2 games. The entire time. They were bad. They were bad. It was tragic. So we would literally, so we would play for the football games, right? Like we're playing like the hype songs during the game, and then during halftime we would do our marching show, right? It turned out the most of the audience on our side of the football stadium would leave after halftime because they were all band parents. They all came to watch us march, not to watch the football game. So the stands would like empty out after halftime because we were losing. Yeah, there was no love lost between the two. It was kind of funny as someone who didn't play football. But it was probably pretty demoralizing for the people who were, like the kids who were playing football, to watch everybody bounce. Yeah, it was probably rough for them. But hey, most of them were kind of awful to me after I came out. So, but most of my high school was. So, where are they at? School didn't have a band, it was just a music class. Fair. Also, her only sports team was the girls' volleyball team. Fair enough. I think we had a volleyball team, too. A girls' volleyball team. We didn't have a men's volleyball team. I might have watched the men's volleyball team. Sorry, what? The school's team is known for always losing the game, but always winning the fight after. I see. It was like that, huh? I'm fairly sure our team would have also lost the fight after. Like, it was fairly obvious why we weren't winning football games. We had the world's smallest football team. Not like fewest people, but like literally physically smallest football team. It was like a bunch of twinks trying to play football. This is American football, for those keeping score. So it's the tackle one where people are running into each other. And like they throw the ball despite it being called football. Yeah, this is American football. Not what everyone else calls football, which we called soccer. Yeah, so being small is very much a detriment to playing to playing American football. It didn't help. Yeah, the band and the football team did not get along, and there were like, you know, there's a handful of kids who try to do everything, and they were on the football team and in band. Those kids had a rough go. My school was shockingly queer supportive. All the popular groups had at least one queer person. That's good to hear. I'm glad. It was not the case for me. That was not the case for me. There were a handful of people in the LGBTQ TIA plus spectrum at the school, even before I came out. But yeah, I was very much the minority. And several of my classmates came out after we left high school. I found out later. Like, thanks, guys. Could have used some backup, but thanks. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I mean, after I came out and the reception I got, I honestly, if I'd been somebody else, I wouldn't have either. So I get it. I totally get it. It's tough. Tough being out around, you know, kids and teenagers, right? It's tough. I always thought it was weird that it's called football when you run with the ball in your hands. Yeah, it's just us being American, Chryso. We just literally stole the name for a completely different sport. Doesn't make any sense. It should definitely be called like well, handball is a different sport. I was gonna say it should be called handball, but no, it should just be called, I don't know, tackle ball. Tackle hit. Tackle run? I don't know. Tackle run. Like a 2-out trans kid in school? Interesting. I don't know if that my school had any, at least out trans kids back in the day. Maybe they did and I didn't know them. It's possible. But I don't remember. I don't remember. Crap. I should finish this cutscene, because we are almost out of time. I've been bantering hardcore in this cutscene. It was 20 years apart, to be fair. That is true. And while people of all orientations have existed for a long time, the general climate has changed, notably in 20 years. Despite the fact that in the US we're doing our best to go backwards. Best. Didn't help this. Oh, a man with a large sack. You bet I sold him. In fact, I sold him my chocobo. And first I told him to get lost. The bird and I go way back, so forth. Speaking of twinks. But he was in a hurry and his offer was very generous. When you're in my line of work, you can't afford to be too sentimental. Now I can buy a whole stable's worth of chocobos. Did he say where he was planning to go next? He was muttering something about having to go to Saltwind's Welcome in a hurry. Probably why he was so desperate for a chocobo. Long way to go on foot, never mind the sack. This guy's roasting in the background. He's about how I feel IRL. It's so hot in my apartment. Did you hear that, Adamelon? We need to head to Saltwind's Welcome right away. And by right away, I mean next week. Because we are very out of time, chat. It is 2:01 p.m. local U.S. time, which is our stopping time, more or less. But thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Thank y'all for chatting with me. I love talking about stuff. I love just talking about stuff. Hildibrand is so fun. this quest line is going to be so wild. I can already tell. All the Hildibrand quests are so wild, though. You've only been live for... oh, that didn't work today. Yep. I've actually been live. Thankfully, Twitch did manage to... Since I was only down for a little bit, they managed to smash my streams yesterday together. And not, like, screw with my analytics. But it still counted me as doing the full 4+ hours. In one little thing. 2 VODs, though. 2 VODs. Yes. Thank y'all for hanging out today. Brain go burr. We will be back tomorrow for more Persona 5. Persona 5 Royal. We are deep in to the game. We're in a new palace. Things have gone down. We're going to keep exploring the palace tomorrow, probably. That'll probably be most of the day. So if you're a Persona 5 enjoyer, make sure you come check that out. Next Final Fantasy stream should be on Sunday, where we'll probably do some more group content, as we try to do, as we've sort of made our routine. So Hildibrand will continue next week on Tuesday. If you are on the Twitch side, we're going to go ahead and raid out, though, as we do. If you're on the YouTube side, that's not a mechanic, so feel free to just hang out, and I'll send you on your way as well by clicking the button. Yes, see you soon. Raid channel. I literally forgot what I was doing. I need something to eat. My brain is worn out. Also need to finish my coffee. I'm almost done with coffee. Let's see. Who do we have on the thingy? Thingy. Do we have on the thingy? Nero's playing Marvel Rivals? I can't. I can't. Go over to Juan. Juan's doing some 14 and Shrooms. Go to Seth. Let's go over to one. I'll keep it quick because I really need to eat something before my brain shuts the rest of the way down. I had breakfast and everything. I don't know why I'm so out of it. Probably because we were bantering pretty good. So yes, let's shoot a raid over to Juan. Cool guy doing some 14. He's doing reset stuff and various stuff on a ninja today. Because you're warm. Honestly, probably. That's probably what it is. Probably correct. If you are a sub, you can use that first raid message, the one with all the arriving ghosties. If you're not, you can do the second one. But in general, chat, thank you very much for watching today. We had some good chats. Thank y'all. Take care of yourselves. Be good. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central U.S. time. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Make sure you follow me in all the places. Join the Discord, etc., etc. If you want to become part of the community at large. I've said all of my things out of order, so now I'm out of... or I've lost my track. Take care of yourselves. Be good. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. And we will see you next time. Good. Bye.